Hey everybody, I just wanted to show you something I found. So I got this 1950 Smith Corona Sterling, right? All the tab chips in the back were in backwards, so the tab wouldn't continue going. And after having the platen out and everything, I went from, this is with the old ribbon, I went from perfect print, right? Alignment and everything, to this half-lettered mess. And it was driving me nuts with this sheet of paper in there. What I didn't see happen is that this plate on the side, once you remove these two screws, this cover part comes off. This plate here that holds the platen down and in there, I had put back in kind of sideways and tightened it up, and then here's the platen shaft, right? And it had moved up a little bit, and then the platen moved up. And it was so minute, I guess, that I didn't notice it, and I was really frustrated. How did I start getting half letters? I had pulled the floating shift plate. This is a parts one. I was in there going, this is crazy. Well, no, this plate back here, you get on it with a nut driver. It's behind, this screw actually screws into it if you have this cover off. You get on it with a nut driver. You hold the back side where the spring's attached. There's a nut here, though. You hold it with a little wrench, so you'd use a 3/16 and get on that little nut, and then you get on this side and you tighten it. But you make sure this is straight down here, or it's going to walk up a little bit and you're going to lose your printing alignment. So if you have one that's not printing right, it could be that plate isn't downward and that platen is actually risen a little bit. But also, like I'm saying, if you have, and this cover, of course, is your only access to get at this platen knob, then to be able to remove it, because with that cover closed, you can't get at the knob either. Let me just pop this on quick, and I'll show you like the other problem with the tab chips being in backwards. You won't be able to. So right now I've turned them all the correct way, but let's say we put this one in backwards, right? So you're supposed to have them in this way, right? But if you put it in backwards, like how it came to me, come on. Here's what'll happen. So let's hit tab. It hits the tab. Now when you go to hit tab again, it's dead stop. The whole carriage is just stopped because that tooth that stops at the tab chip. Can you see it moving here? Right down in there. It's actually hitting the tab chip, and it's not going to let you move it all. So if you have a carriage that isn't moving, it could be that for that reason your tab chips might be in backwards, and it jams the whole thing up. You just got to have them in the right direction. And hey, look at that, she works again. So not too hard to fix, but if you didn't know it, it's one of those things, So now I should have turn this around. Now that the platen's in right, held down right, we should be back in business. Let's go with red. The quick brown fox. That's all good. We go up to black. Jumped over the lazy pooch. Jumped over the lazy pooch. And there you have it. So, again, if your platen raises up a little bit, you're going to be in the land of half letters. It's not pretty, and it'll drive you bonkers because you won't see. If you got a sheet of paper in there, you wouldn't even see it raise up. But that's how you fix it. Have a good day, everybody.